Hello everyone. In this video, we're actually going to be working with a different type of workflow on Power Automate. So in the past few videos, we were working with Instant Cloudflow, which had to be manually triggered. A few videos before that, we actually had an automated Cloudflow, but that was triggered through SharePoint. And I know a lot of you guys don't use SharePoint. So we're actually going to do the automated Cloudflow again, but this time the trigger will actually be anytime an email is being sent to our Outlook account, then it's going to trigger our workflow, and then we can set up whatever actions that we want. So once you guys are on the screen to go ahead and create your new workflow, just go ahead and select Automated Cloudflow. And then we can type in the name, receive an email, and we'll skip selecting the trigger here. We'll actually do it on the next screen. So we'll do skip. Go ahead and select this add a trigger. And then we'll type in email. And then we'll come down here to Office 365 Outlook, but you could also do this from Gmail. I mean, you could do it from other sources as well. So we'll go ahead and select this right here when a new email arrives. And once you select it, it's going to allow you to actually condition what you want to look for in order for this trigger to actually go through. So right now, the only condition that is in place is that it's looking to see, are there no attachments? It doesn't care about importance, and it's just looking for it within the inbox folder. But you could set up a different destination, or you could even come down here, click the drop down. You could look from it, look your trigger to see if it's from a certain user, or maybe you're looking for a certain subject line. You can add that in here as well. But just to keep it simple, we're looking for any email that goes through. So we'll collapse this, and now that we have that in place, we're going to select our action. So we'll go with a similar action that we did in the previous videos, which is just posting a message in Teams. But if you guys don't have Teams or don't want to use Teams, feel free just to send yourself an email just to confirm that the workflow is going through successfully. So now that we have that there, let's post the message in a chat or a channel. And channel here, CyberMike. General. Okay, and now what we can do is we can use some of those dynamic variables that we're able to collect from that email that goes through. So let's just say you have received an email from, click on the lightning bolt. Let's drop it down, and these are all the different variables that we can collect. These are all dynamic, so this will change depending on whoever's sending that email to us. So we can go ahead and pull in the sender's information, so we could do that. Or, you guys could literally just post the whole email in the subject line into your Teams if you wanted to, but for us, we're just going to pull in the sender's information. And now that we have that, we can collapse this, we can save it. And once it saves, we're going to go ahead and do a manual test. So then it's going to keep checking periodically to see if that trigger has gone through. And it's like we're ready. So manual test, and you're going to see it's going, it's going, it's going. So it's looking to see if we received any emails. So we'll send it to ourselves. And I actually forgot to cover one thing that I'll get to in a moment. So email test. Oops. The same thing here. Okay. All right, so the email went through. And this is actually from earlier. But let's see if the new one goes through. So it might take a moment. Okay, and you guys can see that it was successful. So the trigger was able to detect that a new email went through. And now that it received the confirmation that we can move forward with the flow, it went ahead and posted that message in Teams. And if you come down here to Teams, you guys can see you have received an email from, and then my email address. But if it came from someone else, it would have posted their email address. So that is a quick example how you guys can set up an automated Cloudflow on Power Automate. Oh, and I'm sorry, real quick, before I forget. So when you come over, let's actually go back to edit. So you guys are probably wondering, what if I don't want to use my email? If you just come over here to change connection reference, you could add in a different email to reference. So like say you have a service account you're looking for an email that is being sent to a service account. You want to condition it to look for like certain subject or who it's from. Then you can actually just add that email here, and it'll look within that email rather than looking in your email, because it's going to, by default, be checking your email if you're the one that's building the workflow. So just keep that in mind. If you're wanting to look from a different email, just go back to here, change connection reference under your trigger, and then just put whatever email you want to look for there.